So thank you all for being here and good morning. My very first question for you is this. It's a very important question. Do you like food?
Yeah.
What kind of foods do you like?
I love seafood.
You love seafood. Okay, great.
Oh, I like everything.
No to live in meringue pie. Okay. Camila, do you like food? Yes. What kind of food do you like? What's your favorite?
Broccoli.
Broccoli, really? That's an amazing answer for a kid. So, of course, if we don't have insects, we don't have food. And insects are a very important part of the ecosystem. And biodiversity is so important, especially in a city like Newark. Number one, I want to start off and thank the Newark Office of Sustainability, Resilience, Transformation, and Community. And especially Nicole, Victoria, and Xenia, who really helped with this project and helped with the grant itself. There's also in our neighborhood, Jeff Morgan and Barbara Morgan, who sat down with me to write the grant itself that got us 8 pollinator gardens. The purpose of the pollinator gardens is basically to turn Newark into a fairy tale location. What do I mean by that? So I used to live in the South Ward at 869 South 13th Street, and I really loved butterflies, but it took me a while to get there. I'll explain that in a bit. So I, on either side of the door, put in plants that would attract butterflies. But of course, I got bees, I got all kinds of different parasitic wasps. Wasps are good, we'll talk about those in a bit. Nothing to be worried about. There are some that hurt, and there are some that are really good for us. All kinds of flies, just wonderful life to look at. And one day we had a couple of workers helping us with our home, and the guy walked up and he just had the butterflies going back and forth over our door frame. He's like, wow, this is a fairy tale. And the moment he said it, I was like, this is what all of Newark should be. In fact, this is what the world should be itself. Right now, there are 53,999 Monarch Waystations, most in the United States, some up in Canada, and some down in Mexico. This property is the 53,999. And we just got the sign yesterday, which was really cool to get. And I really see Newark being a place for all kinds of pollinators, just not monarchs. So the project, basically, Love Your Block, is it's not just about pollination, it's about making your block beautiful, and anybody can apply for it. How we started off, so I thought it would be nice to see where we began the journey. So, going this way. So this was our home before any of the garden went down. And sadly, we're at the end of the season, but we'll take you through the plants. This is what it looked like at its height, which is really beautiful. And so the nice thing about these gardens is, here's another picture of it. Picture up. This is, go back to me. This here is a clematis that is actually native to New Jersey. It attracts lots of bees. Then rutabaga, all kinds of fall sunflowers. Actually, these plants ended up on Venus property over there, which is a beautiful white echinacea or coneflower. On the corner is Emma's place. We'll take a tour to that in a bit. You can see the beginnings of the installation, and she has bee balm and milkweed and all kinds of different things in there. And hyssop. She has sedge. So we'll take a look at that. That's just me doing our work. So the most important thing that I can tell you right away is leave your leaves. It's a very strange idea, but because everyone has been taught to make their lawns beautiful, and for some reason we think that leaves are unattractive, not beautiful. We prefer the green. But the important thing is with leaves is they hold. If you have a 3 by 3 foot or a 1 meter by 1 meter patch of leaves, that holds about 2,000 to 3,000 pollinators, 20 different types of butterflies and moths, 1,000 different types of wasps, 200 bees, and the list goes on. When you remove that pile, you remove beneficial insects. And the one I really want to talk about is this beautiful guy here. And it could also be a So this is a parasitic wasp. It's very tiny. It's not like a ground wasp or the wasps that create their little nest on your property or in a tree. So parasitic wasps actually live in the leaves. And what's amazing about them is each parasitic wasp has a different species of invasive insect that it takes care of for us. So you don't even have to spray pesticides when you lay down your leaf. So these parasitic wasps, they take care of aphids, white flies, which we had a huge infestation of this year, and we didn't have the balance of the parasitic wasps. I mean, if you went to any of your plants, you probably saw like lots of little white flies going every time you pass them by. They take care of mealybugs in terms of your house. If you bring your plants out, the way they work is in two ways. One, they can plant their eggs on a host species, and then it develops on their bodies, and when the larvae comes out, it eats the bug. The other way is it plants its egg inside the host's body, and then essentially the parasitic wasp eats its way out, killing the aphids and the mealybugs and the white flies. So they're really beneficial to our gardens. And you don't have to spray anything if you go this way. And I have some things for you as well. So just some handouts for you. This is all about the native plants. These are great, that are from New Jersey. It's put out by the Native Plant Society of New Jersey. Also information on leaving your leaves. And I'll get it to you too. There you go. Just so you have that. Lena, you already have one. Yes, you're good?
Yeah.
Would you like one?
Why not?
Then you can pick your flowers.
All right.
So the way the grant worked is the Native Plant Society of New Jersey gave us these packets. And I went around handing them out to the 8 different properties here. And then they decided what plants they wanted out of them.
You're going back.
This is for you as well. And then one of the great things to grow and a lot of fun to grow, we have one more thing for you, are these wonderful parsley herbs. All kinds of butterflies use them, which is great. And they're so easy to grow. Easy, easy to grow. And of course, you want to put them out right in the early spring. Is perfect for sowing them. You don't even have to sow them in advance, like most of the time. So they're wonderful that way. Is there any questions about the parasitic wasps? Anything of the love your block? If we look here, we can see some of the plants here that are native. One of my favorites is, and by all means, when you go past it, go ahead and pick up full berries, but just do a little few of them. They're not toxic, but if you eat a lot of them, they become toxic. They're, of course, for us better as a jam, as a drink, after they've been cooked, but you can eat them and you're fine. But these are the American beauty berry. And if you look closely, it has these beautiful purple berries, very tiny, and a lot make an incredible jam. The American beauty berry. Right next to that is black-eyed Susans, and then you have every butterfly's favorite, the coneflower. And then through there you also see sedum. On this side you see a bunch of different plants too. The big one with all like the kind of cone-shaped cylindrical plants, that is a hyssop. Smells great and the bees love it. In fact, if you walk over there now, there are probably bees on it already. Anything else? I think it's best now if we go on a little tour of the gardens. You want to see some of the gardens? Do a little walk?
Yes.
So altogether, there's eight gardens that we did. And this garden here, actually, you notice that the plants are very close together. That's because it's double planted, and because we want to do 10 altogether. But the plan is to take out half of these plants and give them to another garden. So, yeah, over here is really great. This is the anise hyssop here, which is great.
And this smells so good.
Yes, and this is really great too. This is the coreopsis. It's these bright little yellow flowers. And see, the bee is right behind.
Oh yeah,
They're already coming to it. They love it. This is this clematis. We talked about this native to New Jersey. It has beautiful white flowers. The beautiful thing about native plants too is you can make your garden the colors you want them to be. Yes?
Green for
there's
me.
every color from yes, exactly. Green, white, pink, every color you can imagine.
We should go in here.
Beans are especially on
We should
this
go
one.
in here and get a picture with for them.
You guys want to do a picture really quick?
Yeah,
Do you have
go.
your
You
camera?
go first, so they can get it. No, you go first because you're the tallest.
Okay, I'll go first.
Come. Here. All right, Antonio,
And then
go
I'll
there.
give you this one.
Here you go.
Picture.
Hello, I am Jody Gossenbeek Person, and welcome to Forest Hill, Newark, where I am a recipient, along with other people, of the Love Your Block mini grant, which was put out by the Office of Sustainability, Resilience, Community, and Transformation. My project specifically is about creating a paradise for pollinators and people, and the idea is to turn Newark into the capital pollinator city in the United States of America. And I just think that's kind of fairy tale like. Butterflies, bees, beautiful moths at night. That's the plan for this area. Now, this garden is totally different. It's a purple and white garden. But what you have here, this thing that looks a little raggedy, this is your milkweed, which is for the monarchs. And these were these beautiful seed pods, and they just scatter everywhere, but easily mowed. Next door is the budella, or the butterfly bush. And then in there also is wild bergamot and bee balm. And up there, of course, we're late in the season, but on either side of the urns are 4 New England asters. And those are like late in the season kind of plants, New England asters. So those are really great to have for those pollinators that are still not into the leaves yet, and they're not moved down to Mexico like the monarchs, right? So they're wonderful to have. Across the street here, we have a totally different garden. It's a shade garden for pollinators. I wish I had a picture of this from before for you to see. But what we have here, which is really wonderful, is we have coral bells, which is that chartreuse color. We also have like that dark purple, but if you get close, there are 2 different kinds of purple coral bells. One is like almost polka dotted, and the other has striations in it. So those are purple coral bells. Then you have, which is really great too, Cyberium bugulose. Now that is not a native plant, but it gets these wonderful flowers that the bees love to get their pollen from. And that's very early in the season. So the New England aster is very late. The aesocypse, you see it's still going here, so we have that in the garden too. So it works both in shade and sun, right? And that's the makeup of her garden. It goes all the way around and up. She also has something else in here.
She has a lot of diversity of plants.
Right.
A lot.
Yeah. One of the things they say is really important with gardening is you want 70% native plants and 30% exotics. If in my garden there, in all honesty, there are roses, there are lilies, but there's very few of them compared to the other size of stuff. Yes?
Good morning, Pat, and this is the owner of this gorgeous garden. You made your cameo right in time.
Yeah, you got here just in time.
Yes, perfect time.
I'm showing it off.
With this adorable little one, yes.
Yes.
You're the architect.
Everyone
always
was
say it looks
admiring
very
your gorgeous
beautiful.
garden. Yes.
Oh, that's a beautiful initiative. It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's keep going this way.
Oh my.
Hello, how are you? Good, good. Do you doing the garden tour?
Yeah.
And then we have some stuff for you on the other side when we come back.
Andrea, ese es para el suelo. Pero no deja cansar que se separe. Quítale uno para que se vea.
So, of course, we're at that part of the season where we're towards the end. But this again is Echinacea, and Linus is all white. But the beautiful thing is, and we can do this later on, oh, these are wet. But if you see here, take a look. These are all, like, it has so many seeds, right? Tons of them. Right, you just pick them up and throw them back in. And that's what I love about perennials too, right? The lovely thing about perennials is they keep giving and giving and giving. So the idea with these gardens is that once we get to year 3 where they get really big, we can divide them and give them to more houses and more places in the North Ward, South Ward, wherever. Because the real dream, by the way, for me is to make Newark the pollinator capital in the United States and cities specifically, so that everywhere you look, there are butterflies and beneficial insects like bees and moths. But also, we should definitely do some seed collecting. My plan at some point is to do a winter sowing, so everyone knows. And that's where you use the seeds into the ground and just walk away, and it's easy breezy. And to be honest, I'm an amateur gardener. This all started when I was 12 years old. I just got out of the adopted system, and my adopted mom, foster care system, and my adopted mom did not like my grades, especially in math. So she gave me like a study hour, 2 hours a night, every day of the week until I got my grades better. And I refused to do what she wanted, and so instead I started doing a protest where I would read the books I wanted to read. And the first book I read was The Secret Garden, and I fell in love with gardening right away. I fell in love with reading right away, and I'm sure you all know what happened, right? When you start reading books, you become a bookaholic, all your grades go up. So her plan, indirectly, let's say, right?
Indirectly
Right.
functioned. Yeah.
And then what was really cool too is I helped her, because of Secret Garden, I love that book so much, I helped her with all of her gardening. So I've been gardening since I was 12 years old. And it's been an exciting journey, but I am an amateur. I am studying to be a master gardener in the state of New Jersey, but the classes stopped, and they're looking for a new teacher. So I got the summer version, which was really lovely. But I'm an amateur, but I think the word amateur is oftentimes like it's not really thought of in its beautiful context. I mean, what does amateur mean?
You're still learning. What's wrong with you?
Amor, love. It comes from the word love, right?
Love of something,
And
yeah.
sometimes, like, think about a landscaper and what they go through day in and day out. Do they really love their job in year 20? It's a question.
I don't think so, because they want to do something better than we have to.
Maybe. But when you're an amateur at it, you always love it, right? And you are always learning, which I love that someone said learning in there. So it becomes a passion, right? Let's keep on moving down. And again, we'll definitely do winter sowing with Deb Ellis. So this is Lena, so she has the asters and the echinacea.
See it.
That's
But-
a butterfly garden that I did many years ago. And so as a lady was saying, hers, it's a lot. It has a lot to do with the heat.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that
which
we've
was
been having over the
And in here too, another plant that's really great low to the ground. This is yarrow,
Oh yeah.
by the way, and they're so beautiful. They really are. And while I'm down here on the ground, like what you see, this mulch is a natural mulch. You want to be careful with your landscapers. They always want to put down like a color mulch, black,
like
brown,
the black.
red. Those dyes can hurt your soil.
Soil.
So you want to go with a natural mulch. One of the things I would do too, I don't know what to do. Do you want these seeds?
Yes.
Yes, definitely the echinacea.
Figure out what to put.
Totally.
What? By the way, this is what I do with my leaves. I was gonna do it on my own property, but I'll do it for Luna. I take my leaves up and I just stick them under the mulch, because then they'll break down, and you get all that great fertilizer and the nitrogen and everything else that breaks down into it from the leaves. So I kind of hide my leaves underneath the mulch, and sometimes if you see my property, I don't hide them at all because they're really beautiful.
And they're very valuable. There's no need to throw it out.
Right. Oh, very important too. A lot of people like mulch their leaves. That kills all the beneficial insects. There's hosting in there. So the moment you start shredding them up, you lose the bees and the butterflies and the moths and the parasitic wasps. You weren't here for the parasitic wasps, but they're extremely beneficial. They're not the ones that create the hives on your home. They're not the ground wasps that sting. They're very tiny, and they actually take care of all the invasive bugs you don't like. Everyone notice the white flies this year? All those little white things all around your plants?
Yeah.
Right? We were overwhelmed by them. But we didn't have the balance because we didn't have enough leaves to balance it out with the wasps. So these wasps only attack the specific species they host on. So like aphids, there's one for aphids, there's one for mealybugs. Oh, people don't like the stink bug. I don't know why, I think they're kind of awesome. But there's even a parasitic wasp for the stink bug, just so everyone
Oh
knows.
yeah, well we need more of the wasps for those bugs.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people do not like those bugs. You're gonna keep walking down here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are there any questions at this point? Any thoughts?
You're very passionate. I love this.
Oh yes.
He's an amateur.
That's because I'm an amateur.
Amateur
Yeah.
So this is Jessica's property. Now, this is just the beginning of the work on her property. Like, she did this all herself, by the way. And most of the gardens, I helped out with them. Lena helped out make the gardens. Anton helped out with the gardens. Carlos dug holes for us. Pat was there with us doing gardens. So you'll see here again, this is that swamp milkweed. And then She has, this is really cool and beautiful. This is this, it's like almost like a goldenrod. I can't remember its name exactly, but it's this beautiful yellow, silky flower, and now it has this cottony look to it, which is a nice texture for the garden. And then she also has bee balm. And then along there, those are her, what's it called? Boxwood. Those are part of this gardening. But, so that's what you're doing with her. The plan here is, we're gonna try to seed this whole thing to make a living tapestry is the idea with this piece here. Because we want these two corners to be like the gateway to the pollinator garden on this block. So, so this is Jessica's property. The other one over here, are we safe to cross? Yeah. This is Emma's. I don't think mind walking in.
Nice, right?
Oh, this is a great one. I love this. It comes out early too. This is native, and you can find it. Like I actually found it this year at ShopRite of all places in Stop and Shop. This is moss phlox, which is a lovely early bloomer. It's a ground cover, so it really spreads beautifully when you have enough of them. I'll be honest, I don't know the name of every single one of these plants, but they're all pollinated, they're all natives. I know I can sneak and see some answers back behind me. But it's just like a really cool piece. And you would think it would smell a little bit, right? But there's no smell. But I definitely recommend also a great thing to add in, it's not native, but thyme would work really well in here too. It has those little flowers for pollinators as well.
Get the very small white one.
You don't need all native plants, but like a mixture. You do a mixture, but mostly you want natives. And if we go back here, this is also a mixture of great stuff. This is sedge. She might remove it. But this is sedge, which is this, and this is going to get huge, by the way, and really beautiful. But you can see it's already turning, but it's a lovely yellow fall color as I look at it. We have a little one here. Is his dad here? I'll make sure his dad is here. Okay, good. Where's mom? And then over here you see this is the bee balm, which is nice. You're looking at all the plants. So you have bee balm and more swamp milkweed. So those are our gardens. We have one more on Ridge Street, but it's a far walk, so we'll skip that one for the day. Yes?
Yes.
And that's basically 7 of the 8 gardens.
And then you have Gerardo's.
Oh yeah, we have to do Gerardo's yet. Yes, we have one more garden to go.
Definitely.
Gerardo's, thank you, Anton. So our last pollinator garden is right here, and luckily his is still going. I will say this, really important to wait for a moment. We'll right on, wait for a moment.
Because these are out of doors.
So this is Gerardo's garden. I'll say this very important. Gerardo's great. Gerardo waters like consistently and constantly, where I'm more like every 3 days. He waters correctly at night, so you'll see that a lot of his stuff is still going. But we have had a fall drought, by the way. And so very important that I tell everybody, with the fall drought, you definitely want to take care of your evergreens. They need more water. So your arborvitaes, your pine trees, any bush that's evergreen, it needs more water this summer, or else you're going to lose it this winter, is what they're telling us. So just one of those things to throw out there. But here you see the echinacea in bloom. That yellow is incredible. And you'll also see that he's put in some lavender. Again, not native. It's a Mediterranean plant. But bees, the moment it has those purple flowers, the bees are all over it, right?
The smell is wonderful also.
Right, and you just pull it and put it in your bag. So he has a lovely mixture of native and exotic, as they call it. Yes?
Beautiful.
Yes. So that will be our last garden, Gerardo's.
And this is your book here.
Let's take a picture together.
Everyone do a picture together? Let's do a picture together. Thank you.
That was quick.
But let me get the information here.
Hi, my name is Nicole Hewitt Cabral, and I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer for the City of Newark. I'm here on this beautiful autumn morning in the North Ward of Newark, New Jersey, and we're here learning more about a Love Your Block Newark grantee. So the Love Your Block program is a program offered by the City of Newark under the leadership of Mayor Roz J. Baraka, administered through the Office of Sustainability sustainability, resilience, and community transformation. So we're here in the North Ward because one of our amazing grantees is doing a pollinator garden across a number of households. So they did their own research in what sort of native plants that they could do. They planted them together as a community, really building community, and they're here showcasing their work open to the public. So this morning we learned more about their work. We had fun activities, some snacks, but what I think is most important, two things that are most important, it was an opportunity for neighbors that may not know each other to come together, meet each other, and figure out how to work better together. It was also an opportunity to see action in practice. So we learned from their experiences with starting a pollinator garden, the benefits, and Jody gave us tips as well as amazing seeds, free seeds for other residents to start their own pollinator garden. So if you want to learn more about this initiative, please just Google the Office of Sustainability Love Your Block Newark and learn more. Our next grant round is opening Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2026, and we'd love to see your ideas on how to solve local challenges in Newark.